Okay, we're ready whenever you are.
Ready for action?
Ready.
Action? Okay. Hey, folks. Today I would like to welcome you back to the barn. I'm James, and this is Trey. Trey is having me mentor him on teaching him how to grow food because it's his desire to be able to provide for his family. And one of the things he wanted me to do today is to show him how to grow. I say how to grow food and grow fruit, and then convert that fruit into vinegar. So we're going to make some vinegar today. Okay. First thing you need to do, Trey, is chop that up. And
Into halves.
just little pieces, just chop it up.
Okay.
The more surface exposed, the better. You can go at it fast, it's not a problem. What we're doing today is we're making a vinegar out of some dried apricots. I told him just to try something unusual, so that's what he's doing. You can make out of fresh fruit. I shared with him an aperitif that I made out of pear, and then I made vinegar from that. It works extremely well with that, but you have to really watch to make sure that you don't have too much mold growing on the top of it when it's fresh fruit. With dried fruit, you have less of an issue with mold, and so if you miss a day for stirring it, it's not a problem.
So how long will this vinegar last?
For a long vinegar lasts a long time, a long time. And what we're going to do with this vinegar, you first have it where it ferments to make the alcohol, and then vinegar comes from that, and that's the process that we're doing. But what we've done too as well is usually with a vinegar, it takes about 3 months to make it. And what you do is you capture the microbes out of the air. They're floating in the air, and it captures the microbes because this is a food source for them. And then they begin to develop and work the vinegar. At first, it smells a little bit more like alcohol when it first starts the process, and then it converts over to vinegar. What we did is we bought a bottle of Bragg's organic vinegar that had the mother in the bottom of it. And we got a little particle of the mother, and you can't even see it in here, but we put a little particle of the mother inside this jar, okay? And that should speed it up from about, 3 months to 1 month. But it doesn't really matter. The vinegar will come to pass. If you want, go ahead and stuff that in here.
Drop them all in.
That's it.
All right.
And this is simple, simple, simple. You just work in conjunction with nature, and God's got it designed in where it works really well. Okay, so you see this. You can use the edge of it and see how much you have and all like that. This is 1 to 8, but basically it's about here, and it's a third. A third brings it up to here, right? So now what we'll do is we'll add water to that, and you pour the water into it, and just pour it directly in. It's fine. And we'll bring it up to about this level. Oh, that's good. Now stir it up, and ideally, you have acceptable practices and ideal practice that I learned in Korean natural farming. And normally, you wouldn't want to put metal in anything that's fermenting, but since this hasn't fermented yet, it's not an issue. So he can take the knife and stir that up and get where there's water all throughout all the apricots. Stir it around really good. Okay. Now we'll put this over the top of here, and we didn't grab the rubber band, so you'll just lay the knife over the top of it, and voila, that'll work. What we will do is we'll put a rubber band over the top of this to hold it on. This you want to get untreated paper if you can to keep the bleach out of it, unbleached paper. But with that covered with that, the microbes will be able to come in the air and they'll permeate into this, and they'll begin to activate and eat the fruit, the sugars. As they begin to break that down, they'll turn to alcohol, and as that breaks down, it'll turn to vinegar. And what you want to do is stir it. And what I do is give you an excuse to go eat some Asian food, but get some chopsticks and use that to stir it. So wood, and it's not an issue. And stir it once a day, and make sure that there's no fungus developing. If the fungus develops, you just spoon it out of there. There'll be like a little white bit of fungus. You spoon it out of there, cast that away, and it's all good to go. It's not a problem. And what will happen is if we have enough mother in there, and there's only a couple of granules of it, it'll be done in about a month. If not, if it just gathers out of the air, it'll be done in 3 months. And I'm looking forward to having a salad with some olive oil and some of your homemade vinegar on it.
Perfect. Me too.
All right, that's good. Thank you.
I do have a question. How do you know when it's ready?
You smell it.
Oh, so it smells like vinegar. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And the other thing that I didn't add to it, and I guess we can add now if you're still filming, is that the vinegar will continue to get richer and more robust with time. Okay, and if you pour more water than this, if you had that little bit, you had a whole gallon of that with full of water, it would still be vinegar, but it wouldn't be as robust. But this will be very robust.